Sometimes we believe that kindness alone can change a person, that patience can heal a wound that was never ours to heal, that love can turn a cold heart warm, simply because we wish it to be true. We tell ourselves this so often that we stop seeing the warning signs standing right in front of us, not because we are foolish, but because some part of us wants to be the one who saves the day. This is a story about that wish, and about a man named Thomas, who learned, in the space of one afternoon, the difference between a kind heart and a wise one. It happened many years ago, in a forest that had not seen rain in many weeks. The ground was dry and covered in brittle brown leaves, and the air carried that thin, sharp smell that comes before a fire. Thomas was walking home along the old forest path when he saw smoke rising from a small valley ahead. He hurried toward it and found a ring of fire circling the base of one ancient tree. High on a branch, trapped above the flames, was a long, colorful snake. Its body was beautiful, patterned like something painted by a careful hand, but its eyes were wide with fear, and it made a soft, sorrowful sound, not the hiss Thomas expected, but something closer to a cry. Thomas felt a pull in his chest. He knew the danger of a snake's bite, but he also knew the helplessness of watching something suffer and choosing to walk away. "Traveler," the snake said, its voice calm and almost gentle. "The fire is closing in, and I have nowhere left to go. I have watched many people pass this tree today. Some threw stones, others laughed at my fear. But you stopped. You looked at me like a living thing, not a monster. That tells me you are different from the rest." Thomas stood at a careful distance. "I have a kind heart," he said, "but I am not foolish. If I reach for you, you may use your strength against me. That is simply what your kind is known to do." The snake lowered its head slightly. "How could I ever hurt the one who gives me a second chance at life? If you save me, I will be your friend for as long as I live. My gratitude will stand around you like a wall of protection. Please, don't let me pay for the mistakes of every snake who came before me." Thomas thought of his grandfather, who had once warned him never to trust a wild thing simply because it spoke softly. But when he looked again at the fear in the snake's eyes, something in him decided to believe the promise anyway. He found a long, sturdy branch and lifted it toward the tree. The snake wound itself carefully around the wood, and Thomas guided it down, away from the smoke, into the open bag he carried over his shoulder. He walked for a long while, carrying the bag close against his side, until the smell of smoke faded and the forest opened into a quiet meadow. A cool stream ran through the grass, and the air there was soft and still. Thomas knelt down and opened the bag wide, smiling at the thought of the good he had done. "You are safe now," he said gently. In that same instant, before the snake had even fully felt the grass beneath it, it turned and struck him sharply on the hand. Thomas pulled back, a cold shock spreading up his arm. He did not feel anger first. He felt something heavier, the slow, sinking weight of disappointment. He sat down on a nearby rock, his hand trembling. "Oh, why?" he asked quietly. "I was the only one who stopped for you. I carried you against my own body, away from the fire that would have ended your life. You gave me your word. I chose to believe you. Why would you break a promise like that?" The snake began to slip away into the tall grass, but it paused, just once, and looked back. "You are a good man," it said, "but you forgot one thing. I am a snake. Even if you pull me from 1,000 fires, my nature does not change because of your kindness. I did not bite you out of anger. I bit you because that is simply what I am. You knew what I was when you lifted me into your bag." And then it was gone, vanishing into the grass like a ribbon caught in the wind. Thomas sat there for a long time. The ache in his hand would fade by morning, but the heaviness in his chest stayed longer. He understood, slowly, that his mistake had never been kindness itself. His mistake was expecting his kindness to be powerful enough to rewrite another creature's nature. This is something many of us have felt, in our own way, at some point in our lives. We meet someone who carries a history of broken trust, and we tell ourselves they will be different with us. because we are patient, because we are good to them, because surely our kindness is the exception that finally changes the pattern. But some people, like the snake on the branch, will show you their fire only so that you will reach in and lift them out. It is not always cruelty. Sometimes it is simply their nature, repeating itself, the way it always has. A cactus cannot give you grapes, no matter how gently or how often you water it. That does not make the cactus evil. It only means it was never built to be soft. If you are looking for grapes, you must learn to walk toward a vine instead, and save your water for something that can actually grow into what you need. This story is told here as fiction, a way of holding up something true about people in general, not about any one person's life. But if it touched something in you, if you have ever carried your own kind of snake, hoping it would change because you were the one holding it, you already understand exactly what this story is trying to say. Real kindness and real wisdom are not opposites. They were always meant to walk side by side, one to open your heart and the other to watch carefully over what you let inside it.